Hi folks, it's Andy. Welcome to the Kendo Show. Today we've got a brand new video for you. These are some new instructional type videos that are basically a little bit different to the type of instructional videos I've done up to now. Up to now I've done quite long form content, and I've decided to do some smaller, shorter, sort of bite-sized takes on some specific techniques. So we'll get into it in just a second, but there's a couple of things that you have to hear before we get started. The first is, of course, that all of the things that I'm showing and teaching in this video are things that are based on my own experience and off what I've been taught by my teachers over the years. To qualify my position right now as recording this video, I hold the rank of Nenshi 6th Dan in Kendo. Don't really like talking about that on these videos, to be honest, because it's not that relevant, but still, that's the point of view I'm coming from. I lived in Japan for almost 10 years learning Kendo, so that's my sort of approach. I have lots of different senseis all over the country, including some really top level ones, participated in some international tournaments, stuff like that. So that's my sort of thing. That's because people often ask me about it. So don't ask me that, because that's that. If your teacher in your dojo tells you otherwise, or tells you something different that I'm showing you in these videos, then of course you should follow the advice and instruction from your own teacher. Okay, don't go to them and say, well, Andy Fisher on YouTube said this or something like that. Okay, so follow the advice of your teacher. Secondly, or thirdly, I've stopped counting. The next point is, of course, if you don't agree with what I'm saying in this video, if you don't like the particular way I've carried out the WAZA, if you don't like the angle of my sword or the way I'm holding the shinai or anything like that, that's totally fine. You do not have to emulate it. You don't have to follow it. You also don't have to write to me and tell me about how you don't like it. Other than that, finally, if you do like the videos that I put out, if you do like the content that I'm putting in, you'd like to support us creating more, of course you can like, share, subscribe, but also, most importantly, you can shop at KendoStar.com. That's the Kendo equipment supplier that I own, of course, that provides fantastic equipment all around the world, and we're the best in the business. So if you don't believe me, check out our Trustpilot rating. That's an independent reviews aggregate. You can see how we're the best rated online. We've got loads of cool stuff, whether it's Borgu, the armor, or a shinai, even down to sort of tenuguri. Look at this one. This is a cool tenuguri that we have. This is original to KendoStar. Strike first, always win. Sente Hissho. Color scheme in no way inspired by any popular television shows. So today we're going to be looking at men. Suriage Men is a very popular technique, something that lots of people ask me about. So let's jump right into it. Men Suriage Men is a basic ojaza that consists of deflecting the opponent's men strike with your shinai and then retaliating with a men strike of your own. Essentially, as they come to strike, very slowly, as they come to strike men, we're going to use that shinai to deflect in this case, on the omote side, and then return with a strike of our own. In a moment, we'll also look at making a deflection with the ura side as well. It can be done on both sides as they come in, okay? Now, the traditional teaching of this is to make a small arc with the shinai as we make our deflection and then return with a strike. In fact, in the Kendo no kata, we make this motion with the bokuto when we do kata number 5. So it's kind of similar to that. However, when our opponent makes a strike quickly, we don't always have time for a huge strike. So the first tip we're going to start with is, as they come in for men, slowly, we're going to use the shape of our shinai and our tenuichi, our wrists very slightly, to deflect the shinai. Okay, so it's coming straight up almost this way. Okay, this way, and then from here, we're going to return with our men strike. Again, this way. Okay, one more time. If I make a big strike, deflection, then I'm going to be too late. Okay, one more time. This way. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't need to. I can almost even keep the shinai straight. Some people even like to keep the shinai almost straight. I like to turn it slightly and use a little bit of tenuchi to make the deflection just that little bit more certain. So at a faster speed now, higher speed. Yeah. Okay, one more time. Nice and smoothly. The trick is here. As soon as we've deflected, we drop the shinai back down with our wrists for the good strike with good tenuchi. One more time at full speed. Okay, this is how we're going to do men, Suriage Men from the omote side. Okay, let's have a look now at doing on the ura side. It's a little bit more complicated because what we have to do slowly is as they come in, we're going to go on the opposite side. Okay, we're going to go on the opposite side. Instead of turning my wrists inwards, I'm turning them outwards. Now we've seen a movement like this in the Kendo kata again, haven't we? In the Kendo kata number 6. In Kendo kata number 6, where they come to the kote, and you make the retaliation strike to the kote with the Suriage WAZA. It's the same idea, but we're doing it with a men strike. Wrist turn this way, not a big strike, a big deflection this way. Nice, short and sharp, retaliating immediately. Again, at full speed. Yeah. Okay, you have to make sure that the strike has the good tenuichi. It's not good enough to just go slowly. Either side, whether it's omote ura or ura, we'll go on the omote again. Slowly, it's not good enough to not make this sharp strike. So although we're making a small movement, you must use your wrists to make the good strike. One more time from the omote side, and then one more time we'll go from the ura as well. Okay, full speed. Yeah. This way. Okay, so the omote side, using the omote side of the shinai. We go for the ura side. Yeah. This way. Okay. Last point. Some people like to do kumikomi. Some people prefer to use suriashi. Both are okay, but you must have kentai no ichi. Okay. For the omote side, I like to use kumikomi. Kumikomi this way. For the ura side, you can use suriashi this way, but must be kentai no ichi. You can also use a hirakiashi. Hirakiashi is when you move to your left and your right foot comes behind your left. From here, this way. Okay? We've done this video, I'm sure. The hirakiashi. So same idea. Pam, pam. You can do this way as well. Okay, either of these is okay. The important point is that we do with kikentai no ichi. Finally, to summarize, keep the deflection short and sharp, and the retaliation the same, okay, with good tenuichi. Not a big arc this way, or you won't have time to make a valid strike. And that's how to do men Suriage Men. So how did you find that? How did you find the technique men Suriage Men? Do you think you'll put it into your own Kendo practice? I hope so. Let me know what you thought in a comment down below. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, shop at KendoStar, and I'll see you in the next episode.